Hello and welcome to From Row Racing. It's Sunday night, although probably it's Monday bloody morning by now. A quick apologies for the delay in getting going for the PCS race for round 6 in Bathurst, but PlayStation Network decided to start doing some maintenance this evening at 8 o'clock, and it's given us some right issues, so we're just going to hang on a few moments, make sure that all of the drivers that can get in are in, and then we're going to give it a go. No guarantee that it's going to work, and chances are everybody's going to get disconnected. But anyway, I'm from Row Racing DP, and I'm joined in the commentary box by JAMES-HULKENBERG. How are you this evening, James?
I'm getting a bit miffed off.
You're not the miffed off or tugged off?
Well, I wish. But yeah, it's definitely miffed.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
Yeah, we've got plenty of drivers. I mean, including myself. Just it would be helpful if PlayStation Network decided to send out a message notifying all drivers.
I tell you what, I could be wrong, but I'm fairly sure that I've just seen on the screen everybody has been disconnected and one other person. That might not be the case. We'll see what happens when. So you've been disconnected then?
I've been disconnected.
So PSN, with its fantastically timed scheduled maintenance,
they must know. All the viewers love to watch Sunday night, and they're just thinking, you know what, let's screw with Front Row Racing.
Yeah. Well, myself and Chris Court are the only ones that are on track at the moment, so I'm just quickly going to go through and send invites to the drivers again, although apparently Dave Harp is going to the track, but to be honest, I mean, if PSN's playing up as much as it is this evening, I think you'll probably find that most of us will just say, you know what, I can't be bothered, because there's only so many times that you can get disconnected from a game and think, yeah, you know what, we'll keep going. Now, we'll send invites out to all of the drivers. They did have, or they should have had a few before we got going. So for anyone that may be viewing this at the moment, all you can see is a blue screen. Don't worry, you're not missing anything. And as frustrated as you might be, trust me, you're not as frustrated as the drivers are, or as frustrated as I am. I mean, I did say to you, James, we're not looking at having any weather here this evening, but if it keeps messing about, then we may find that there is some fluid on the circuit, because someone's head might get cracked open. Yeah, I mean, what you mentioned, and I mean, we talked about it before we came on air, is it's a very, very simple thing, but it's a kind of a customer service thing, right? Because you'd do it, you'd put it in place, I'd put it in place, and I'm sure a lot of other people would really appreciate it. Now, I don't know whether there's a cost factor to it, but how much would it cost Sony to go, okay, Sony Europe, we're having maintenance in a month or in a week or in 3 days' time. Let's send out a generic message to every single user's PS4, letting them know, there you go, bit of maintenance on this day. That way, if there is events that people do, then they're going to be able to go, right, you know what, guys, may have to delay this one. Now, we've got up to 13 people back in the lobby, so we're still missing one more, and I think it is Lielmo McElroy, who has been struggling a bit for connectivity anyway over the last week or so. But I will quickly send them another message. Now, I do know that, I mean, we found out when me and you, James, we were both online way before 8 o'clock this evening, and we were sat there just sort of getting ourselves ready to come on, do commentary, and all of a sudden we couldn't set up a lobby, we couldn't set up a chat party. It's like, okay, what the bloody hell's going on? So we went from being fully ready and prepared to all of a sudden, hang on a minute, we're going to be late. And I mean, we're over half hour late as it is.
The basics of setting up just a simple chat party became
an absolute
joke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
I felt
much so.
like we were truckers going down I-95 about 400 mile away from each other. Going, hello?
Okay, here's something very odd for you then. You're in the lobby, James, I believe.
I'm in the lobby. I cannot get to your circuit. I am currently, along with a lot of drivers, putting the thumbs up as if to say, let's get ready to go, but yet, unfortunately, the lobby is already going.
Yeah, okay, interesting. Send, because I'm at the track and I'm the only one that's there. But it's showing me that everybody is in the lobby. Okay, the only thing I can do then is exit.
Exit, and I'll send you an invite.
Yeah, please. Okay, so...
Now, it's just losing loads of players now.
Yeah.
It's going, I'm the only one in the lobby. Host migration failed. Disconnection from the game.
Sounds about right. Now, I tell you what was rather odd there was that I could see that everybody was joining the lobby, but obviously I was still at the track. So I'm going to give this one more go. All right, if it doesn't work, we're calling it quits on this tonight because none of us are going to sit here.
You're doing a live stream. We don't want to lose connection on that. I've set up the lobby. I will get everybody in here.
Okay. Make sure you send me an invite then. But yeah, I mean, I know people have been struggling with Project Cars as it is anyway. I mean, last Sunday we had a right nightmare with disconnections. But I mean, we do know tonight that there definitely has been PSN maintenance because what's that website? I keep forgetting the name of it, the one you went on, James. Down...
Network. Yeah.
I can't remember the exact name of it.
Down detector.
That's the one. Down detector. Very handy website to know about. Yes, so James went on there. Must have been about 25 past 8 at this point, and then realised, okay, yeah, there was thousands of people reporting that PSN is having issues at 8 o'clock. It was then confirmed by another one of the drivers that they are doing maintenance. Now, I am trying to... Have you sent me... Oh, good
it's gone, so I'm not too sure if you've received it or not.
Not yet. Let's have a look. Just now, let's see. So yeah, we'll give this one more go because I mean this is very frustrating for the drivers. It's probably even more frustrating for me. I get very frustrated at stuff like this. And it's massively frustrating for us as a commentary team and for people that like watching the races. I know from Friday's race there was quite a few disconnections and a few of the drivers on were quite happily sat there watching it, and they also got quite frustrated with it.
As well, if you think about the amount of time that these drivers have put in just to put on a bit of a show, and then people at PlayStation Network can't even bother to send out a message saying, unfortunately we've got a problem tonight. At least it would let us know as an organisers, and we'd be able to either move it earlier or move it to a different date, rather than taking up viewers' time.
Drivers' time, everybody's time. I mean, maintenance, you can't really avoid maintenance. I mean, if they're trying to fix issues, then fair enough, they're trying to fix issues. But yeah, I mean, it would be nicer to know about it. But I think what is probably bugging everybody more than anything is that quite a few people on Project Cars have been having a lot of problems over the last 2 weeks. And from what we're hearing, Project Cars are not willing to admit that there could possibly be a problem, which
quite clearly is.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Because I mean, the invites that, I mean, whether it was me getting disconnected and I've been desynchronized from everybody else, but when everyone was rejoining the invites, they should have been joining me on the track, not coming into a new lobby while we're at the track. But okay, I think I've got one more driver to invite, but this will be the last sort of gasped attempt, and if it doesn't work, then yeah, we'll be shutting it off before you hear too many swear words.
Telly.
I won't be. I can't really afford to go buying a new one. I may have two next to each other, but one's good, the other one's crap, and even if I smash up the crap one, it still leaves me with one TV less than I really need. But anyway.
Right, we have 14, including me and you. Are we ready to go?
Just give it 1 second to see if Richie Davey can get in. There we go. Right. Okay, so we'll give it a go. We'll give it a try. We'll see how we get on. We'll watch everybody get disconnected. We'll have a little bit of a rant, and we might see you next week. It depends on if the PlayStation survives.
It's been very slow on synchronisation.
I'd rather it be slow with synchronisation and it's half the grid has already gone. Yeah. I have been disconnected from the multiplayer session. You are now being returned to Race Central. Actually, you know what? I'm not, because I think we'll be turning this off. Okay, so viewers that have come on to watch the Front Row Racing PCS Round 6 rerun at Bathurst, apologies, but we're not going to be able to race it.
It's going to be a rerun, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, what can you do? I mean, there's not a lot that we can do other than go, look, we've tried. On the plus side, it is massively frustrating for the drivers, but on the plus side, it means they'll have had a couple of weeks practice at Bathurst, and to be honest, it's handy having that extra time going around there. Now what... I mean, yeah, I'm trying not to lose my temper too much here.
just as a last gasp attempt, just send you another invite, and if it doesn't bring you into the lobby, if it just keeps you in the lobby, because Neotig was in the lobby and now he's loading, which is telling me he's managed to get to the circuit. And we've got 10 players in here, Roland. Let's see if we can get them in. This may be enough to fail, but we may as well try.
It probably will.
Put the nail in the coffin.
It will be. It's not going to work. You see, I'm sat in the lobby. Join the session in progress.
Yeah. Ah, there we go. You're loading. Now that wasn't available before.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the calmness of the Hulkenberg will work, but with the problems that we've been having so far, I can't see it lasting long enough to get through the 16 laps. I really can't see that happening at all. I tell you what, we'll have a quick chat about. Put a post up on the Front Row Racing Facebook page earlier today about about the PCF car for next season. There's got an interesting few options. Okay, I'll tell you what, if you can keep sending invites out, James, to the drivers, and we'll see what's happening, because it's saying that quite a few of them are on the track. Bloody hell, we may actually get a bit of running on the circuit. Okay, place your bets, folks. How long is it going to last? 2 minutes? 5 minutes? 1 minute?
I say it's going to last right up until the lights go out, and then everybody's just going to go.
Well, that's. The thing is, when you said lights going out, I thought you meant like when we did F1 practice on a Monday a couple of weeks ago, and we sat there talking about disconnections, and I'm saying I've not had any problems with disconnections, blah 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 blah. All of a sudden, click, everything off. I was like, what the fuck? Excuse my language. What the you Formula One? I'd run out of electric, hadn't I?
No way.
Yeah, I'd run out of electric, so I had to dip out, get some more, come back on, and by that point most of the session was done. Okay, A quick look. I'll tell you what, we've got 15 people at the circuit. Oh my days.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, Woolhouse was parked up though. Elmo McElroy's had a bit of a crash. Now this, usually we're a lot more professional and take things a lot more seriously than this, but to be honest, I can't see these whole events lasting, so we'll just have to see how we get on here. But yeah, I was talking about the PCF car choice. Now, in the season so far, the drivers haven't had a choice in what car is used. For the most part, we've kept it to a single maker vehicle. PCF first season was Formula B, so they're all the same. Ginetta Juniors for the Sundays. Season 2, it was opened up to the LMP2s, any of them. Season 2 in the Sundays is obviously the Ginetta G55s. Now the Sundays for next season will be going to the Aussie V8s, which are worth mentioning seeing as we are on their racetrack. They're going to be one hell of a class of car to watch race if we're actually able to at the time. But the cars that the drivers are going to have a choice from for Fridays for next season is the Ford Mustang something or other stock car. I forgot what it's called. I should have got the picture. It could well be. I really should have got the pictures up. Yes, so Ford Mustang stock car, which is a very interesting car. A lot of horsepower, not much steering. And then there's the Lotus 72D. That's an old beast of a car. A lot of power. And again, not much steering, but not much grip in general. And then the Zonda R. So the drivers will have the opportunity to have a vote on which of those cars get used for next season. And if it does turn out to be the Lotus 72, we have said to them, okay, if this is the car you're going to go for, we will be kind and we'll set the damage so that performance is affected if you damage your car, but you're not going to lose the wheels, which was the big downside to the Formula Bs. Anyway, I've waffled on for nearly 4 minutes, James. We've not been disconnected yet, which means it's probably going to happen any second. So what have you been watching on the racetrack?
I've been watching Hesselden, and he's looking all right at the moment. I mean, I had a bit of a dibble-dabble on these cars earlier, and the best I could do with about half an hour, 40 minutes practice was a 2-minute 10 dead.
And he's already gone into a 207.
2076. So maybe he's just warming himself up. If he's done plenty of practice, I'm looking to see times in the mid-60s, low, high 2059s around that area.
It would be interesting to see what lap times he can do. I mean, was you surprised at the lap time he was able to do in Friday's race?
Oh man, I mean, he's had a bit of a...
He's
lost it. He's completely lost it.
He is human. He is human. He now knows what that button does that takes you back to the garage.
Yeah, I think on Friday he had one of them laps like the lap that I had here when I took pole at Bathurst in LMP2. The lap just came out of nowhere. I found a second that I, throughout practice and a week of practicing, I could not find, and then suddenly got in the zone, did the lap, and found a second. So yeah. I'm, albeit on Friday I was way off the pace. I
was going to ask you, you're in the zone the week before, so what zone were you in on Friday?
Oh, well, I don't want to talk about it. Talk about utter cock-ups. That were one.
Well, probably not as bad as the one I had at Monaco, though, in our F1 race. I mean, I probably had one of my most miserable nights I'd had in a long time. Absolute dominant win at a race. Oh, Gavin, the big crash.
That was epic. Rear end kicking out, yeah.
Beardy's just had a huge crash as well. Clipped a barrier, sent him into another one.
I know this may annoy the drivers, and maybe this isn't part of what I should be saying, but I do know that when I ran with the weight at the front of the car, it did seem to help the rear end of the car, especially on that downhill section.
Ooh, interesting. I mean, Will Butler, who was doing commentary for us when the LMP2s raced around here, I mean, he was saying that the front end does lift up on a couple of places around this track. So having that extra bit of ballast to the front is probably how it's going to come about helping.
Yeah. I think what it mainly does, as I'm just watching Jonesy coming through this downhill section, it just that little bit of we've got a car parked up as well. That's not helping on the racing line. Jonesy's taking some unusual lines around here. I mean, I don't know if he's got damage or something, but yeah, with the weight at the front, it just does that little touch of understeer that maybe on a qualifying lap you might not want. But then for consistency, it does just keep the rear end in check, just that little bit. And once you find yourself in a bit of a rhythm, then you can do these lap times and you don't know where they're coming from.
I mean, it is interesting that you mentioned that, because I mean, on quite a few driving games, different cars, I mean, I found myself wanting a bit more grip on the front end of the car, and actually lowering the, say for example in F1, lowering the front aeros, which would make you think you don't want to do that to get more front end grip, but lowering those aeros just balances them out a bit more, gives you more front end grip. Oh, it's getting very busy at turn 1.
Jones is forcing. Who's that? Is he forcing off? That isn't very. I know that he's not impressed with the car trying to try it on the outside.
What's the chances that that's Woolhouse? Yeah, it is Woolhouse. And the car behind us flashing their lights. He's just come out of the pits. If whoever that is, if you can hear me, which I would advise against, I'd avoid those two, because there's going to be a crash, which there must have been, because Woolhouse is just leaving the pits with a completely mangled garage, and so is Jonesy.
P1 and 2 at the moment. Esselden, GT, Gavin and Beardy are all within 2/10. This is really close. Esselden's just coming up, I believe, just into the final couple of corners.
I think he's on an out lap. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
No, it's a timed lap. He is on a timed lap.
Okay. So yeah, just try not to touch this little patch of grass on the right. Getting in. Oh, he's not taking a lot of curb. That curb, it does look a bit formidable, that curb, but...
Oh, 206.6.
That's looking good.
Is he going to continue on for another lap?
Now these softs around here, I've just from practicing with the Time 7 tyres, they die. And when I say they die a lot. You lose at least 2 seconds per lap on the soft tyres.
Do they die hard?
They die hard, yeah.
With a vengeance. Oh dear. I think
the first 3 before he lost his hair, them first 3 were cracking.
Yeah. Something that I find interesting watching Hesselden race. Watching Hesselden races, he never looks out of shape, apart from when he had his spin earlier. He looks perfectly comfortably and composed.
Yeah.
He's up on his personal best time through sector 1, not by much.
Now this section here, I tend to, he's braking a lot later than I was. That's probably where he's gaining his time.
Ran a bit wider than he would have wanted.
Yeah, and that's mainly why you want to brake that touch early. It does sort of stabilise the car.
I mean, I have tried
dropping it in the first gear.
I have tried explaining to people with the wiggly section that you kind of have to prepare for the last part of it before the first part of it, because if you get that first bit wrong, it's all ruined.
It's all wrong, yeah.
Oh yes, but Hesselden is going to continue on. Now when we get to the warm-up session, all being well, I'll go through the current standing situation. But yeah, it's all dependent on how we go. Hesselden, he's jumped out of his lap.
Yeah, he did slam into the wall.
Must have known he was down. GBM Beardy's continued on for another lap. He's on a 207.6 at the moment. GT Gavin 2.
We've got Dave the Arp. Oh no, he's screwed up in sector 2. He'd matched Hesselden in sector 1.
he hadn't matched him. He'd beat him by 2 tenths on current lap. I mean, Hesselden was up on his own sector 1, so Dave may be able to go and slam in a decent time here. But whatever it is that's cost him in that sector 2, he's got to make sure he doesn't do it on this lap.
So let's see. He's aiming for a 43, below a 43.
He's backed out.
Let's see
He's
what
backed out.
Straight back. And there's only 6 minutes left. He's only going to have time probably for 1, maybe 2 laps.
Well, you're looking at 2 minutes.
Going now.
Yeah, you look to do a lap-ish, so you need that plus that again.
Yeah,
so yeah,
I think
4
he's
minutes.
Only going to get 1 lap.
I reckon 4 minutes 30. You need to be
short.
leaving the pits at the exact sort of very, very latest. I mean, that's the thought actually. I mean, I've discussed it in commentary quite a few times, but I mean, I'm not racing in the Project Cars leagues, whereas you are now. When you're doing these qualifying sessions, how frustrating is it that when that timer gets to 0, that's it, done, over?
No, I don't think it is frustrating. You just got to look at it in a different way. You've just got to know your time. I mean, sometimes I come back to the pit and I think, oh, I'll just go out for another lap, and I'll think, oh no, I won't, because I won't get round in time. But then again, I mean, that's part of the race, and you've got to get on with it. You can't hang about, you can't muck about. You just got to get it done. Whereas Formula 1, it's a bit more lenient. It's a bit more, well, if you get over the lap in time, then you can start your lap. But I prefer it to be a bit more strict. This beard is just popping over the line. Is he going to improve? No, he's not.
Adam 4600 though, he's only in 9th place. From what I've seen, he's been on a fairly decent looking lap. Whether it is actually a decent lap or not, I don't know. He's not improved on his lap time.
I think Chris Carr could possibly improve. He's done a 43.8 in sector 1. No, he had a bit of a muck up in sector 2 actually. Just popping in the last corner. Has he found anything? Looks like he might have found a deer at the front end of that car. It looks a bit damaged, but he has popped in a 3rd.
Now, someone else that we've not really kept an eye on so far through the qualifying session is Live Bry. Currently sat in 8th place. Now, he has been phenomenally fast over recent races. I can't say weeks because of what happened last week. But yeah, I mean, he's been on a bit of a charge.
Cabin. He's found some right time in sector 3. He just popped in a 2:07.1.
Ooh.
And his first and second sector weren't special.
Oh, Live Bryce just ran perhaps a little bit wide on the exit of the penultimate corner. Needs a decent final corner. What's his sector's been? He's down in sector 1. He's quite a bit down in sector 2. Unless that's his previous lap. Maybe he's just been on and out. No, it's a 2:08.5. Gets himself up to 5th.
And Dave the Arp's just starting his final lap. Is it going to go to plan or is it going to go to pot? Let's find out. As he's just heading down the long straight. I will bring up my track map so I sound a bit more professional.
Well, I was going to say, we saw that he was very quick in sector 1 on a lap earlier on. I think he's just had a little bit of a sideways moment. Could have cost him a bit of time.
Love this section here. He's going a lot tighter than what I would prefer to do. I prefer, especially that cutting corner. You're going fast up the circuit. You've already gathered that speed. You're coming into a tight corner, but rather than braking, just go a touch deeper. Use the power that you're using up the hill. Don't bother braking and let the car just slow down on its own. I usually found that. I found a couple of tenths through there in the LMP2. Now I do know that these are a bit more tricky than the LMP2s. Now
Dave's down on his personal best in sector 1, but if he can be up in sector 2, he's just had a big wiggle. That could cost him. Yeah, he's nowhere near as close to the edge of the track as he would have liked to have been. Okay, so for the drivers, they've got about 15 seconds to be crossing the line, to be starting a lap, which will be their last lap.
He's just coming round. I don't know if he's about to finish a lap. Or if he's about to start one. I think he's about to start one. Turn 1, he's been a bit overcautious there. We could have possibly carried a bit more speed through there. I think he might be if this is his flying lap, then it doesn't appear to be very flying.
It's something we've not actually talked much about. Obviously, the drivers will have been practicing, would have been warming up, getting ready for the race, and there's been quite a long delay to getting this qualifying session underway. So how off-putting would that be for the drivers as Dave the Hart goes and puts himself 5th with a 2:08.4?
Yeah, I do think that. I mean, it depends. It's strange. I mean, certain drivers are completely different, whereas I'm quite comfortable in my own skin when it comes to a bit of racing, and because I think I'm all right. I wouldn't say I'm the best driver on the planet, but
someone
I think I'm
get me
right.
a pin to pop that head. It's growing.
But then again, when the pressure does turn up, like we're coming to the end of this season, we saw on Friday, I just cracked, and that was the first time I proper cracked this season. I was so mad with myself. Lap 1, running in P2, go and bin it in the wall. What am I doing?
Yeah, that race was over faster than a fart through hemp pyjamas.
But I mean, I know that we've been complaining about these disconnections, but that was a disconnection from heaven with Heselden. If he'd have run away with another 25 points, there'd have been no chance for me on this championship. He's so strong as a driver, is Heselden.
Yeah, I mean,
I think. Go on.
I was going to say, I was saying at the time that with you out of the race, that would have put Heselden ahead of you. So for you sitting there, I mean, I could imagine what it would have been like for yourself. You sat there thinking, "Oh, great."
That's
then
it.
you find out that Heselden's also out of the race, and it's like, yes, okay, I've had a shocker, but at least he's not gained on me. Dave has, but you know what? I reckon I can beat him.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, like we had the Monza track. I couldn't touch Dave, and this is what I'm saying. A lot of drivers can discount Dave sometimes, but I do know when he's on it, he's really on it, and he's like untouchable in terms of pace when he's on it. So I just hope to God, fingers crossed, the rest of the circuits, it's going to be a decent running.
Hopefully.
I don't believe we've lost anybody so far. Is this a
Richie
miracle?
Davey. Richie Davey is the only one.
Right.
I don't know if you want to try send him another invite. While you're doing that, we're into a 5-minute warm-up session now, which is for the drivers to get themselves ready for the race, sort out their pit strategy, their fuel strategy, and all that kind of stuff. And it also gives me a few moments to go through the current standings. Heselden, we've just been talking about him, is leading the standings on 99 points. He's got quite a healthy gap to Dave the Harp, who's on 73 points. Live Bry is in third on 69 points, with Chris Core on 68. Adam 4600 is on 66 points. And then we've got a bit of a jump down to Lielmo McElroy on 33, Driver Montana on 33, G1990 Jonesy on 33. And then we've got M. Woolhouse on 31, GT Gavin 2 on 31, Jason on 29, GBM Beardy on 25, Mulrine on 21, but I do know he's offering to give up his seat, Neo Tig on 19, and that pretty much completes the standings. So, yeah, I mean, this is a race where, I mean, if you just look at the points and who could possibly win this race. I mean, Heselden's leading the way, but we know he has been struggling with connections lately. If he goes and wins the race, he's just going to extend his lead by another 5 points. Dave the Hart really needs to win this race because he's 26 behind Heselden. So, season done, Dave needs to be getting on with it. But then Live Bry, he's won the last 2 races. So if he goes and wins, that could really put a few different outlooks on what could happen.
Yeah, but I mean, which round is this? Is round 6 or 7 now?
This is round 6.
Round 6, and the leader is currently on 99 points. That's less than 4 race wins worth of points.
Yep.
Live Bry, within 2 races, has got half that.
Yeah.
So this championship, it could be a Sebastian Vettel 2010 moment as GT Gavin just loses it.
Yeah, comes out of nowhere to perhaps take a title.
Exactly. I mean, what I would love to see, I've already messaged Hesselden earlier, we had a bit of a chat, and they were feeling quite comfortable with around here, but I did say, make it entertaining for us. We don't want to see you driving off in the distance. So what I would love to see is Hesselden maybe getting nudged off at first corner and having to make his way through the field and just... Oh, that'd be amazing. But we do know this circuit.
Did I hear that right? You want to see Hesselden getting notched off at the first corner?
Hey, calm down. But yeah, no, I'd love to see him come through the field, but I think the only Achilles heel that Hesselden's got is the dipper. Now in the LMP2 race, I was right up his Jack Jones in the dipper, and he lost it.
Yeah.
Now, everywhere else, it was one corner on. It was just the only corner I saw him make one mistake was the dipper. So that's the one area we've got to look at Hesselden and make sure he's feeling comfortable through there. I think if he's looking comfortable through there, he'll be untouchable.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it on commentary for the LMP2 race around here, that with that dip, where the front end goes light, it's one of those sections of the track where you'll go through there for 10 laps and it'll be absolutely fine. Then there'll be one lap where you nearly lose it. And then the next lap, it's on your mind. So you think, I'm going to have to be careful through here. But because you're being careful, you end up spinning the car. Whereas what you need to be doing is going back to what you were doing before when you weren't even thinking of it.
Go on, Adam 4600. I'm having a epic case of sideways alignment. Or could it just be my...
Could just be your viewing or your eyes.
Right, I shall...
that bit I think we both saw.
Yeah, it didn't look pretty, that. Looked like his alignment was all to cock.
Well, I'll tell you what, Lielmo McElroy's car's looking very, very stiff on some of these bumps. He's pushing it. Oh! 2 seconds to go to the end of the warm-up session. So hopefully... Predictions. Ooh. Everyone to get disconnected.
Yeah. Dave, I mean, I'm surprised we've had so many little disconnections so far. This has been, like, a miracle so far.
You know, we've both just cursed it big time.
Yeah. Dave the Art needs to win. No, Lee Elmo's lost and he's just joined. Unfortunately,
they could be late notifications. I could be wrong because I'm in 14th at the moment. We'll see what happens. The lights are on. The lights will go green. Away they go down to turn 1.
Oh, there's been a big pile up. A couple of cars with contact there.
Oh, there's a bit more contact going on. Dave the Hart being a bit aggressive, perhaps. Getting himself up into 4th place. Bumps Beardy towards the gravel. Chris Cornell down in 9th. I tell you what, I'm going to have a quick look up at the front. James, if you could just check how many drivers we've got. Make sure that we've got as many as we can have.
We've got 12 on circuit.
That's about right then. So Hesselden out in front. If he opens up a gap...
side by side. Adam 4600 getting nudged. Chris Carr. Oh no, who's this? Lee Elmo is getting the elbows out and knocking plenty of cars down the order. Adam 4600, who's getting mugged again? Who's that? That's Driver Montana.
It is. Now, Driver Montana, when I first saw him race... Oh, as the car's behind into the barrier. Yeah, when I first saw Driver Montana race, he was very, very impressive. Since then, he's had quite a few difficulties, and I think it's because quite a few of the drivers obviously work a lot on setups, but he's looking a bit more racy here.
Oh, this is close up at the front. Look at this. Esselden's pulled away, and look at Woolhouse. He's got a right gaggle of cars behind him.
Someone change his name to Truly.
Truly Train, Woolhouse, GT Gavin in 3rd, Dave the Arp in 4th, Live Bry in 5th, and let me put my bloody tongue in. Lee Elmo McElroy. He looks like he may have a bit of an alignment problem. I think he may have damage. His car does seem to be wiggling a fair touch.
That's twitching a lot. He's going to have to be careful as he gets to the corner.
Driving Montana. Oh,
he's struggling. He's struggling.
Oh, Adam, watch out!
I tell you what, Leo
Montana's off. And Adam's through on the outside. Argy bargy.
If I was Leo McElroy, get that car into the pits. Yeah.
There's no point in continuing. Here we go. This pit lane entry.
He's lost it. He's lost it. He may be able to still get into the pits. He has done. I mean, when you've got damage on the car. Oh, Woolhouse, he's had a moment. Turn one. That's going to allow Gavin.
GT's up. Go on.
Up along.
GT Gavin's livery. He's going for it. He'll easily have this.
He needs to get it done as soon as possible as well. You say he'll easily have it. He's not. They're touching wheels. But he needs to get ahead.
Davey Harp's touching cloth as Woolhouse hits the wall. And Live Drive's through as well, so Woolhouse has gone to losing 3 positions.
It wasn't Live Bright, it's Dave the Hart.
2 corners.
Oh no, sorry, you're right. Live Bright did get through as well. But GT Gavin and Dave the Hart, they need to go and hunt down Hesselden because he's already pulled out probably about a 4-second gap.
Hesselden's gone. Let's get this gap already.
Maybe one thing we'll have to do for... cars clipping their barrier. We have to be careful of that.
7 seconds gap
in
already.
1.5 laps. That is what you call impressive.
If he's on hard tyres and not on options, the softest compound, then we're just seeing a magician at work.
Yeah, he is very impressive to watch. Oh, it's Woolhouse, very, very quick into the corner. Bit bouncy. He's got his setup quite soft.
They may have a problem because Livebry is right up behind him, getting right in the slipstream.
I tell you what, though, Livebry's going to have to watch out for Woolhouse because he's closer to him than he is to him.
This is a good battle, just spicing up here. Oh, Dave just clobbered the curb, and sometimes that can stable a car to a point where it just spins you.
I tell you what, James.
He's looking good.
While I'm keeping an eye on this battle here, can you just have a look through the order, see where people are, see if there's anything else happening on the track, see if anyone's dropped way down.
Lee Elmo, he's right at the back, but he has made a pit stop. Beardy's right at the back. This is very uncharacteristic. I think he may have damage.
I wonder if he was involved in that collision you mentioned at the start. Livebry's having a look at Dave the Hart, looking up the inside. He saw what happened on this corner the previous lap, and he's looking to see if he can do it, but he can't.
Dave's brakes at least 50 metres later than he normally would just to keep that position, and luckily he just kept it out of the wall as well. Oh, this is set. Oh, Livebry's going for the outside move. Oh, and he's been clipped by Woolhouse. Oh, now he's up the inside. Davey Arp, he left enough of a gap, but not enough to get through.
I tell you, it's a bit of an interesting situation, this, because really, I mean, these guys, they need to catch Hesselden, but the more they battle, Dave and Livebry.
I think Livebry just followed Dave's line there, and they both went in.
Someone call a builder, because that wall's going to need replacing.
And the suspension, I don't want to know what's happened to that.
Well, I mean, that's something the driver... Oh, I tell you what, I think Livebry's got damage. He may have damage, because he was very sideways.
Well, could possibly, yeah.
I mean, it's one thing clipping the wall.
He clipped another wall.
I think he has. It's one thing clipping the wall, but if you're continuously hitting the wall, you're going to remove the bodywork and then expose the wheels.
And Hesselden's already heading into the chase.
Driver Montana and Adam 4600, they're very, very close as they... You know what, you mentioned earlier about getting the track map up. I should really do the same.
Oh, Adam's having to take to the grass, but it sucked him off. And that's not what you want, heading down into the chase.
I'm not even going to comment. I mean, the chase it's a very interesting corner because it tempts you to go so fast into it, but you just really can't. And I tell you what, if you've never seen it, Aussie V8s from, it must be about 4 or 5 years ago, there was a crash down the Conrod Straight into the chase. Absolutely enormous crash. It's one worth watching just so you can go, wow. It kind of shows how much speed the drivers take down into that part of the circuit.
I'm wondering if Library has got damaged because he's dropped a fair chunk off Dave the Art now and he's falling back into the hands of Woolhouse. So just heading up the Griffin's turn.
Quite possibly, he's coming under attack, but I tell you what, here comes Chris Core to join the party. I've just had a look at last laps. Hesselden 207. I can't remember who it is that's in second place, I do apologise, but second place was a 209. GT Gavin 2, yeah. Oh, Woolhouse into the barrier again. That slowed him right down. Chris Core's there.
The arch just hit the wall as well. Library. Oh, he's just skimmed it, not too bad.
Woolhouse, he's just giving it a clipping as well. I tell you, if they keep hitting that wall there, that wall won't be there, but there's a tree there.
It's going to need some TLC.
It's not going to need some TLC. It's going to need some steel reinforcing.
Well, Chris is looking really strong through this downhill section. Woolhouse is looking a bit of a fish out of water in this section. The rear end's kicking out, and that's not what you want. It's good for a bit of turning, but then you end up with chronic understeer, and that's what he's got. And Chris is all over him now. On the outside. Oh no, don't get sucked off, Chris.
There's no pleasure from getting sucked off.
Complete.
Oh no, I think that might have just been visual.
Yeah. I'm surprised how well we're doing with this lobby. With the connection issues we've had, how many drivers we've still got in this.
Stop cursing it. Oh, Dave's lost it. Dave's lost it. He's spun coming out of the chase. Yep. All 4 wheels locked up. He's having to wait for cars to go past. That's cost him. He was in 3rd place. Where's 7th? 7th may actually get him as well. Is Dave going to head to the pits? Yes, he is.
See him. He's going for the pits.
Well, I wonder if that's perhaps a bit of damage on Dave's car. I mean, we mentioned about drivers clipping the barriers. There's only so many times you're perhaps going to get away with it, and that could be what's caused him.
So let's see who's in there live.
GT Gavin too.
GT Gavin.
Yep. Now it could be that they're just on the soft tyre, and as you mentioned earlier, they're absolutely dying hard.
Yeah, and Chris Carr, he's got past Woolhouse, so unfortunately we missed that.
We did, while Dave was having his spin, but that's put Chris into 2nd place. Hesselden, he's in a class of 1 at the moment.
Is he even racing anybody?
He is. He's racing.
He's made a mistake. He is human.
I was going to say, he is racing something. He's racing his connectivity. He needs to get this race over as soon as possible, because once he's crossed that line, it doesn't matter if he gets booted from the course. But that little error there. Woolhouse is in 2nd. Chris Core, he's had a moment. He's spin. Oh, he's been hit as well. It was in the middle of the road. Nowhere Adam could go. Oh, I hope he's not got too much damage on that, but by the looks of it...
looks a dog's dinner. Oh, somebody else just clipped the wall. Montana. Yeah. Look at that. The boot is shaking like J-Lo there.
I mean, that's unfortunate. I hope Adam's not got damage, and driver Montana was going for avoiding him, but he gave the wall a really good smacking. Oh, he's just gone a bit sideways, and that's the thing with on this circuit, from the cutting, which is turn 3, all the way through Reed Park, Frog Hollow, Sulman Park, McPhillamy Park, Skyline, the Essers, the Dipper.
You're dirty, buddy.
You can lose it at any part of it. I tell you what, though, have you noticed what turn 2's called? It should be renamed to Peter Griffin's Corner. I didn't realise you could do Peter Griffin.
I can't. I can only do him going.
I tell you what. Have you seen the video on YouTube of the camel that does a brilliant impersonation of him? As Adam 4600, he makes his way into the pits.
Oh, Chris Carr's in as well. He's following. He's not hanging around. He's not loving the rear end of Montana as it's wiggling round.
GT Gavin 2, he's already pitted. And I tell you what, James, looking at the tarmac, looking at the skies, it looks like we've got a bit of cloud cover coming over here. So temperatures may begin to drop. But GT Gavin 2, after his pit stop, is now in third place, and the car ahead of him, driver Montana, has not stopped yet. Heselden, he hasn't stopped either. Oh, and he's nearly gone back for another moment in the gravel.
Close at pit exit. Woolhouse and Jason.
Oh, Woolhouse is in the barrier.
Out the pit lane. Straight out and Dave the Arts through. That's just gifted him a position.
Which Dave needs the gifts. I mean, in a race that he needs to win, having that spin's cost him, but he'll happily take any positions that are gifted to him. I mean, just something to a comment for the viewers, just for them to appreciate how tricky some of these cars are to drive coming out of the pits on stone cold tyres.
Montana's getting a bit of a shift on from GT Gavin.
Oh, big crash!
Oh, that is shocking. Absolutely shocking, Montana.
I tell you what, here comes Live Bright.
He looks like he might have a bit of damage, but I mean, I hope GT Gavin ain't got damage now, because that's shocking if he has.
It's possible that maybe his tyres are just going for driver Montana there, but he's kind of found himself in a situation he's not been used to lately, riding up there with the front runners. Although he hasn't made a stop yet, I think Livebright is going to be coming past him as early as possible. The driver Montana sort of showing him, if you want to do it, you're going to have to get past my wide shaking ass, and Livebright manages to do it.
Yeah. I mean, just from looking at him on board, it's wiggling all over. I'm not on about his bumper. I'm on about just the car in general. It just looks undrivable to me.
Oh, I'd agree with you, because he's just had a big wiggle.
GT Gavin just running a bit on the grass, and that's just give Livebright a bit of a look in.
Driver Montana is into the pits. Livebright's had a better final corner than GT Gavin. And, I mean, for this circuit, there's three quite long straights, or longish straights, where...
Oh, GT's gone wide. Livebright needs to make this move and get it on with it.
He's already going. Yeah, I was going to say, there's a few straights where you can easily look in your mirrors. But once you get past Peter Griffin's corner, which we're heading up to now, you don't want to be looking in your rear view mirror, because if you do, you're going to be into the barrier in the front.
Here we go. GT Gavin's braking late. But the move's been made. Livebright up into P2. This is looking good so far.
Okay, have we got anybody else? GBM Beardy, you mentioned earlier on, he's right at the back. He's up to 4th place now, you know. Dave the Harp's up to 5th. Woolhouse is in 6th. Adam 4600 7th. Leelmo McElroy in 8th. Driver Montana, after his pit stop, is in 9th. Neotig is in 10th. And Jason is just coming out of the pits in 11th. And Chris Core, after his spin and pit stop, is down in 12th place. And should be able to see Jason just ahead of him.
And Heffelden's just heading for the pit now. Lap 7, this may be a bit early if he's going for 2 sets of hard tyres. He's having a bit of a nightmare getting in there.
I think he's got enough time in the bag that he could probably get out, go and grab a McDonald's, come back, sit down, wait till his milkshake's melted a little bit more, and then suck it up and still go and win the race. But... but you never know, the pit crews can be a bit useless at times, and one thing the drivers hate to hear is, oh, just bear with us a moment, I've dropped me nuts. Or Livebright.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Livebright's done a beautiful move in the kink before the chase on GT Gavin 2. I'm fairly sure they must have swapped places as well. So if Heselden...
GT Gavin was in 2nd.
Yeah, so I think...
oh wait, no, Livebright made it up to 2nd. GT Gavin had lost out on the long straight on the last lap. So GT Gavin looks like he's coming back at him.
Well, while we were watching Heselden, GT Gavin must have got back ahead, because Livebright overtook him towards the chase to retake 2nd place. And Heselden now round turn 3, Griffin's corner.
Oh, Woolhouse. is he out of this? Has he had a... I think he may have had a power boost penalty, because Adams just breezed past him.
More than likely would have been a power boost penalty.
But yeah, P1 and 2 is the closest battle on circuit.
Now...
right up against the wall for GT Gavin.
Let's see if we can find a timing point. We'll go with a tree.
Okay, so Live Bride just trying to keep this all conservative. He's even put his lights on. He must think it's getting a touch darker. Oh, and Live Bride just touched the wall. That's just giving GT Gavin a bit more confidence. Oh, and what is that gap?
It's about 13 seconds.
He's gone.
What's interesting?
I mean, he could.
What's interesting?
I know massive mistake.
I know you think like he's out of it, but when you think about it, he pulled out a 7-second gap in the first couple of laps. We're now 7 laps into the race, and his gap's only 13 seconds. So yes, he's faster, but he's not been opening that gap too much as GT Gavin clips the barrier. Now, strategy could come into it. I mean, Hesselden's just pitted, so I would guess he's been running the soft tyre and now has put the hard tyre on to go to the end, whereas I think these guys may have been running soft tyres and probably got another stop to do, which if that's the case, I don't think they're going to catch him.
Let's have a look. I'm looking down at the back and Chris Carr's down in 8th.
Oh, Woolhouse! Oh, big crash or lag because he's just gone round the corner completely backwards, done a 360 and carried on.
That car looks like it's been shot up by
you're trying to think of a group. I was going to say, you're trying to think of a gang name.
I'm going to think of one and then I thought, oh no, I'll get some hate mail.
Yeah. The Bloods and the Crips have had their going at him. Chris Core.
Oh, drifting Woolhouse there. Oh, maybe it's just my screen. A massive
ice cream? Have you got ice cream? Where's mine?
Oh, well, it's...
I don't even think I want to know what's going through your mind at the moment. You're a filthy boy, Mr. Hulkenberg.
No. I'm not that filthy when you were going on about me and my missus on Friday. I'm like, oh, thank you very much.
Blame Ray for that one. He led us into that one. GBM Beardy must have made another pit stop or he's had an absolute nightmare somewhere because he's back down to being in 12th. Neo Tig's in 11th. Lielmo McElroy's in 10th. Jason's in 9th and Chris Core has not long got past him. 7th is Dave the Harp and I think he has just come out the pits.
Yeah, he must have gone for another set of tyres. 8 laps to go. So maybe he's running 3 sets of soft.
Quite possibly. Now, I mentioned earlier on, it looked like the clouds were coming over. I tell you what, down at Griffin's Corner, it's beginning to look a little more sunny.
Yeah, Live Ride's just had a bit of a nightmare coming through onto the final, is it the Conrod Straight?
Yep.
GT Gavin may have a bit of a run here. I mean, he does look fairly far away, but he got a decent exit out of that corner and Live Bride were all over the place.
Let's have a quick look at their previous lap times. Hesselden's was a 2:36, but he did a pit stop. He's just done a 2:08.9. Live Bride's previous... Oh, as GT Gavin's wide.
Oh, Live Bride's in.
And Gavin's followed him. Now their previous laps were 2:09 and 2:10.
GT Gavin, is he going to be able to jump here? He's so close heading into the pit lane. And the pit crews are out. Well, one bloke with a with the boards out. The invisible pit crew go to work.
Yep.
Who's going to get away first?
What I'm interested to know is what's supposed to be on the board that the guy's holding. It kind of looks like half a stretcher. Now, Adam 4600, he's in 4th place. Coming around the final corner now, he may be able to jump both these guys. I think GBM Beardy may be in the pit lane, or that's mine or your car. Adam 4600.
GT Gavin's having a nightmare. He's ended up waiting an extra 5 seconds. So, could he have been running on low fuel as Adam's starting the 2nd place? And Live Bride's come out
in 3rd.
Just behind Adam. Woolhouse has jumped up into 4th. And GT Gavin is so far back now.
I wonder if his pit crew dropped his nuts. I mean, it can cause a very long pit stop.
It's not what you want heading into pit lane.
No. Driver Montana in 6th place. We've got Dave the Harp not too far behind him. But Dave is on a new set of tyres.
So yeah, let's have a look at Adam. He's made a mistake. Live brides all over him. Adam's just hit the wall. I think he's got damage.
Either that or he was just letting the guy go. I mean, this whole section, you have a moment in one bit, it's just going to cost you speed and time through all of it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if GT Gavin was running low fuel.
Possibly, he may have been, and I mean, the thing is though, I mean, we're what?
Price, unfortunately.
We're 9 laps into the race, and quite a few of the drivers have done 2 stops already, which could almost suggest that they may have to make another one unless they're on the hard tyre now.
Yeah, I mean, Heffel is at the other end of the circuit. He's already heading down
the mountain straight.
He's heading towards Griffin's turn already, and Live Bride's in 2nd place. He hasn't even got up to. I mean, the pace he's pulled out is epic.
Now, seeing as we have got a driver called Live Bride and we've got a corner called Griffins, I reckon you could do an impression of Brian.
No. I think it's more. I think it's more Quagmire I can do.
Can do or are.
I wish I'd have watched Family Guy, so I'd have got it in my head. I haven't watched Family Guy in about 3 years, so
I haven't watched.
I'm writing fool of myself.
I was going to say I haven't watched it for a long time, but I was bored the other night and I spotted an episode and I'll watch that. And it was actually one where Brian became really stupid. But there we go.
My favourite character, they totally forgot about Greased Up Death Guy. Who's my favourite character?
I don't even know that one. Oh. Oh, I tell you what, GT Gavin 2, he's very, very close. He's so close, he's alongside.
Woolhouse.
And now he's ahead.
Has lost out. GT Gavin with a superior grip heading up. And Woolhouse, he's got nothing to fight him with. Mind you, his car does look like it's been through the ringer. And Adam 4600, he's not too far away. GT Gavin, he may have Adam 4600 by the end of this lap. Meanwhile, Live Bride's just heading into Sector 2, heading downhill.
I tell you what, Dave the Harp and driver Montana, they're not too far behind Woolhouse either. So
is it just me, or it's sunsetting?
It does look like it's getting a bit dark.
It's going to get a bit annoying for drivers, isn't it?
It'll get a bit annoying for us if all we can see is headlights.
There's only 5 laps to go. Let's see how he gets on.
I mean, with the sun looking like it's dropping a little low, I mean, it could get to the point where, for some of the drivers, it drops low enough that it blinds them through a few of the corners.
Turn 1 especially, yeah.
Now, Adam 4600, ooh, GT Gavin's going to be right on him in this next lap. They make their way into the chase. He's on him already. I reckon he'll be passed after turn 1.
He'll be passed before last corner, I reckon, here.
I've got a feeling Adam might be going for the pits. Yep, he is. He took a line there that was sort of saying, don't go up the inside of me, mate, because I'm going for the pit lane. So that frees up GT Gavin 2.
Woolhouse is in. He's made a race.
Oh, he's in. He's out. He's in. Driver Montana, is he going to chuck it into the pits as well? No, he's continuing on. Chris Core is beginning to catch him up. And Dave the Harp, I think Dave's had another moment.
Right mistake, he's just gone into walls. Live Brian P2. GT Gavin's going to be loving this if he's listening on our commentary. We'll know it just from looking at the sector times and the gap. Yeah, we've got a few drivers in pit lane. Dave the Harp's just jumping out in front of a few, I think. Yeah, Adam 4600 is dropping behind Dave the Harp. Woolhouse still right behind that. So that's a, he's pulled in a fair chunk there, Woolhouse.
He has, through that pit stop. I'm wondering if Adams had quite a long one there. Jason's in 9th, just come around the final corner. Leomo McElroy, he's just come around the final corner as well, as has Neotig, so it is still a little bit close towards the back of the grid. GBM Beardy is still going.
He's going to be annoyed heading uphill with the sun glaring in the face. This is not what the drivers will be enjoying, trying to hit them apexes.
Let's just hope that they've got a few tinted visors in their cars. I doubt very much they'll have the drop down ones, but Adam 4600, he's about to come under a lot of pressure from Woolhouse.
Woolhouse, yeah. He's on it, he's on a mission now, he's Woolhouse. He's got a scruffy first, oh, rear end kicking out. Maybe just killing his tyres from the rear end, looking very unstable. And the sun is definitely setting, it's looking drastically darker.
It could affect temperature, track temperature, air temperature, and also tyre temperature. So it'd be interesting to see if anyone struggles in these conditions.
I personally think the person that's going to struggle is probably Dave Viart. He's in 6th position. He pitted 4 laps ago, and if he's gone for another set of softs, Adam 4600, Woolhouse, they're going to be all over him because they've only just pitted.
Possibly, but then maybe the lower temperature could just help keep Dave's tyres alive.
Montana's was aiming for the pits, but he's overshot it.
Oh, Woolhouse has just nudged Adam, trying to get him to speed up a bit. It's not working though. You're right, Montana is into the pits. That frees up Chris Core to take 4th place.
Dave, Adam and Woolhouse and Jason will definitely get out in front. They'll all be promoted up a position. But yeah, Dave Viart looks to be really struggling now. Adam 4600 is just closing in. You can see him. The dot's getting ever larger in front of him. Dave's going to have to find something epic to keep hold of P5, which is not what he'll have been looking forward to holding on to.
Oh, Adam and Woolhouse side by side. I mean, this might help Dave if these guys get battling, slow each other down. And Woolhouse round the outside on Griffin's corner. That was a beautiful move from him. Now, Dave may come under pressure from Woolhouse because Woolhouse is looking fairly strong at the moment.
Yeah, he's looking racing, isn't he?
That he is. I mean, how far ahead is Dave? Not much.
It's not very far at all.
No.
That's 2.5 seconds, probably
yep.
1.5 seconds now.
It is about that. I'm wondering if perhaps Dave's gone for the harder tyre, and it's just not working for him.
Wow, Snurley lost it, and maybe as well. Maybe the sun, if he hasn't got a tinted visor on, he's going to be crying in there.
Yeah. I mean, they do say... Oh, Dave's lost it!
He's completely lost it! Woolhouse already up the inside and gone past.
He will not have been happy about that one. No. I do think he's got the hard tyre on, and perhaps the drop in temperature is just hurting his tyres.
Yeah, killing him. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Adam 4600, he's going to have a run now. Look how much speed he's taking off Dave.
Dave's almost moving out of the way for him.
Yeah, I have to say, after you.
Either that or he can't see where he's going.
Oh, look at the sun now. Right in. This is going to be a challenge for him.
Now, I would say I wasn't expecting this race to end with the sun setting, but with the delays that we had early on, I'm not surprised that we could end up with the last lap being run at night time.
Hey, guess what? Heselden's going to have to overtake somebody.
Oh, he's caught a back marker.
First car he's seen all race.
He may even be able to do 2 overtakes.
He's given him the flash of death, which is basically get out of my way.
And it looks like they are doing, but it's kind of like, yeah, I've moved out of the way, you can come past then. If you're not coming past, there we go, he's on the brakes, let's Heselden through. So it's not quite an overtake.
Something that's happening as well. Live Drive in P2. I thought GT Gavin were catching him, but it's not. It's Chris Carr. Chris Carr's on a flyer.
You're right, Chris Core is catching him.
His lap time wouldn't say it. His best lap time's only a 2:10. But, I mean, he's caught these two hand over fist.
So Chris is on an absolute charge. Now, you may have missed it last week. Oh, just clipped the barrier though. And again, so any time he was gaining, he's now lost. Can you tell he was listening to the commentary?
Is that a back marker? No, it's not. GT Gavin, I think Livebry must have had a mistake as well. GT Gavin's all over the back. For podium position here. Is GT Gavin going to snatch second place off with 2 laps, well, a lap and a half to go?
It's possible, but Livebry's going to need to get back on to the pace he was doing beforehand. I'll just quickly mention about Chris Core.
The sun has set.
Oh. Well, thankfully there's only 1 lap to go. Oh, Livebry's ran a bit wide. Gonna have to be careful on that curb.
Adam's on him. Adam's on him.
Do you mean Gavin?
Have him here.
Do you mean Gavin?
Go on, Adam.
Yeah, Chris Core. He's got a new dashboard, which gives him much more information, but also he's got a new pedal system. He's got an upgraded pedal system in his car, and he was saying that he has been feeling the benefit of that, which was showing up until he had his little bit of a moment, because he's only just come around the last corner now.
Adam/Gavin, is he going to make the move now? He's so close up behind Livebry.
You can definitely tell it's getting a lot darker now as well. So very tricky conditions for these guys to drive in now, and they would not have been expecting this either. We weren't, but to be fair, we weren't expecting any of the drivers to make it this far into the race.
Esselden, he's won. No, he's got 1 lap to go. Just going over the start finish. I just looked around and thought, blooming heck, his views will be that quick. Oh, I mean, Livebry. He's gone a touch wide. This may give GT Gavin a run. No, he just
hit the wall. Oh, he hit it twice.
Oh, this is intense heading downhill. Livebry is pushing for all he's worth.
I think for GT Gavin, he's in that situation where all he can do is push it as hard as he can and hope he doesn't kill the car. But I don't think he's going to get him, not unless Livebry makes a mistake, which he has made a couple, but he'll be wanting to focus now.
There's still 1 lap to go after this for these guys.
I tell you what, Chris Core in 4th place. He's not got it all comfortable. He's got Woolhouse in 5th, not too far behind him. Adam 4600 shares the gap. Dave the Harp down in 7th place.
GT Gavin right in his brakes so late and managed to keep control of it, and he brought about 4 car lengths in on Livebry. Getting over that curb. That curb is your friend, GT Gavin.
He's only got 1 lap to do it now. Where's Hesselden? Yep. Hesselden, he's nearly finished the lap. Straight.
Here we go. Is GT Gavin close enough for the slipstream?
I think he's close enough for the stream, but not close enough to make the move. But I'm going to quickly jump onto Hesselden for a moment. We've got a few more seconds until he gets near the finish line, see if Gavin can make a quick move. No, he can't. So Hesselden then, he has been absolutely untouchable today, even, well, so much that the cameras have hardly touched him as well. So a fantastic win then for Hesselden as he comes around the final corner here in Bathurst to take victory in very tricky conditions. Livebry still running in 2nd place with GT Gavin.
He's pushing like mad.
They're both giving it everything they've got.
This is brilliant. Absolutely flat out, trying not to hit a wall. This could either all end in tears, or it could all be a bit stale.
Well, either way, I'd like to hope that it'd end with a handshake and a comment of "good race, well done, mate." Apart from Hesselden, where it'll be a handshake. Who are you then?
Did I laugh you?
Yeah, I think I saw you at some point. It might have been when we was driving onto the grid at the start. But I think Livebry is going to be safe.
Yeah, I think GT Gavin has Well, it was a good effort.
It
At
was.
one point I thought he may have had him, but Livebry's just been made of tougher stuff.
I mean, we've seen that Livebry over the last few races has shown he's a very good driver, and he has been under a lot of pressure here from GT Gavin, who is also a very impressive driver. But unless Livebry spins it on this final corner, which he has done! He has done! Oh my days! I can't believe it! He's going to back it up over the line! Oh, I've heard of commentators. I've heard of commentators' curses, but that's a special one. That is. Oh my days!
I were about to turn off, thinking, well, there's no point in watching them anymore.
Oh, Livebry!
These cars deciding to drive opposite way down circuit now.
I tell you what, I don't think they'll be having that handshake, or at least not with me anyway.
He just drove in that wall. Is that miffed up?
Oh, wow. What a way to end the race there. I tell you what, GT Gavin, for all that pressure he's given him, he would have come to that final corner thinking, okay, third place it is then. Yeah, I mean, could you imagine what he was thinking as he's watched that car spin? Oh, Jones, is that Jonesy? I think we've got Jonesy in the gravel. No, Jonesy's not in the race.
Livebry's, his car drove the opposite way down the start-finish straight as people were coming round, and then it just drove straight in the gravel on its own. Maybe
he just wants to cross the finish line facing the right direction. But
there we go.
Talk about unlucky.
Look at that. Them extra points for GT Gavin. Just straight into his pocket.
I mean, Hesselden won this by such a distance that his car is already in the pits.
Yeah.
I mean, I must admit, it's been a very interesting race. I mean, a fantastic race for a lot of the drivers. A bit of a shocker for some of them. I can't give you an exact who's in what position, and until we know for sure. All of the laps should now have been completed.
Yeah,
but it does tend to mix up the order, which is really, really frustrating. I mean, I'll pop up the timing screen here. So they have all completed their final lap. So hopefully the order that's showing on screen is the order. I mean, Chris Core done fantastically well to get himself up to 4th place. Woolhouse in 5th was absolutely on it at the start. Adam 4600, tricky one for him, but Dave the Heart, he's going to be devastated in a race where he needed to win. He's finishing 7th.
Yeah, it just went from bad to worse for him. I mean, I do know that he's been putting a lot of effort into the LMP2 Friday series, so that may be affecting his Ginettas. But at the end of the day, I mean, his lap time just weren't consistent enough.
Well, it's possible that the delays early on have put a few of these drivers off. I mean, I know it would put me off a little bit, because what I tend to like to do is spend a bit of time getting warmed up and then go as early as possible into your sessions. Whereas if you have sort of 15, 20, half an hour break between your last lap and really getting into it, it can have an effect. But the upside is they have got a 15-minute qualifying session and a warm-up session to really get back into the rhythm. But let's hope that Dave can find something special at the next track. And while we're on about that, let's quickly have a look at where the next race will be. I tell you what, Dave should be good at the next track. It's a circuit that he does like, because round 7 will be 31 laps of the Donington National Circuit.
Oh yeah.
And that is a brilliant racetrack. So yeah, it'll be an interesting one. But I mean, Hesselden, he was on 99 points, scores 25 here. All the drivers who finish score points. So for Hesselden, he's going to be on 124 points. And Dave the Harp's not even going to be on 100. He's not even going to be in the 90s.
Can you believe it? This has probably been the best connection in 2 weeks. Because the only driver we lost was Richie Davey. And that was before the session even started. Yep. So that's been fantastic.
Well, what I'll say to that is, okay, PSN, we were giving you some grief before we actually managed to get going, but if your maintenance has helped with connectivity, then I take it all back. But yeah, a fantastic session here from the guys, and I tell you what, just look how dark it is now, James.
Aye, yeah.
But Hesselden, runaway winner, showing he is made of different stuff to a degree. Driver of the day, James.
Well, I've got to say, for effort, it's GT Gavin. He didn't give up. Maybe on the last lap, maybe he thought, oh, I ain't got it. But you know, if he hadn't been there, Arsenal in Livebry,
yeah,
he wouldn't have had that mistake.
No, that is very, very true.
For effort, GT Gavin. For performance, there's only one driver.
Yeah,
and that's Hesselden.
He's in a completely different class. We may have to find some way to weigh this driver down a little bit for next season, because the way things are going, he's going to be taking the championship in the PCS. Okay, there's still, what, 4 races to go, but someone's going to have to go and pretty much win all 4 of them to beat him. Okay, James, do you fancy trying to get the top 3 drivers in for a quick chat?
Aye, yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to this, especially Lee Elmo if he's not crying.
I don't think you mean Lee Elmo. I think you mean Livebry.
I'm getting all my drivers mixed up. It's because it's late, you know. It's bloody PSN, and
it's dark. And, yeah,
blame the equipment.
Yeah, that's what I say to all the girls. Anyway,
it's just not inflating.
I've been trying to avoid giving any of the comments that have been going through my mind with you and your filthy innuendos, my friend. I don't know.
So
Hesselden.
Who were it?
Who was it? It was Hesselden, GT Gavin 2, and Livebry.
Where's GT Gavin? Oh, there he is. There we go. Right, sending. Right, so hopefully should be here within a minute.
We'll see if they will come and join us. And while they're doing that, I'm just going to exit from the circuit. So if any of the drivers want to save their races or anything like that, they may be able to do so. But I mean, a very interesting race. I mean, both me and you, James, we didn't think we were going to get through that session. I don't think any of the drivers thought that they would get through qualifying, the warm-up, and the whole race without any kind of disconnections. But to be honest, they managed to get through the whole.
I mean, if PlayStation Network have sorted that out, then
it was worth the delay.
And that's fantastic. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, I see that 2 of the drivers have joined us. I think that was Livebry and Hesselden. If you 2 would like to just make sure that you've got your chat party settings to allow your microphone to be shared. Who's the other one? GT Gavin 2, and here's GT Gavin 2. So Gavin, if you could also make sure that you've got your chat party settings to allow your microphone to be shared, otherwise we'll be talking to you and nobody can hear you. And we'll just have a quick chat with you 3 guys. Taking first as Hesselden, second place. Was it Livebry, or was it GT Gavin 2, or was it Livebry, was it GT Gavin 2, or is that a little bit cruel? It might be a little bit cruel.
Don't be mean.
I'm sorry. Okay, Hesselden. I think we need to find someone to try and slow you down a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit of an angry drive because of Friday. I was pretty pissed off about Friday, so
Okay.
The angry drive come out of me. I think the disconnection with a 30-second lead didn't help. So
no. So was it hard tyres all the way through? Soft tyres at the start, hard tyres at the end?
I've done a medium stint first off, and then chucked hards on in the last one stop. So yeah, it's good.
Well,
good. Jonesy was got disconnected, and he was my engineer, so helped me out all the way.
I don't think you really needed any additional information. You look at your timing screen, yeah, they're too far behind. Although there was a couple of airy moments as James spotted you getting sucked off into the gravel. James, you got any questions for him?
Man, are you a machine?
No, I'm not. No, I just put my foot down and kept going. I hope, praying that I didn't get disconnected again. That was all. I was the whole way around. I was just thinking, I'm going to get disconnected.
Yeah. Well, that's what we were saying. We're saying you were going that fast just to make sure that you got the race done and dusted ASAP.
Yeah. I just get there as quick as possible. That was it. Get to the finish line as quick as possible, and then get out. Yeah, that was my aim. So. Well,
it worked. Great drive. Well, we might come back to you in a moment's time. GT Gavin 2. Interesting race you've had there. Very interesting race. I mean, early on, so was it 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, all in a mad battle. You could see that you're losing time to Hesselden, who's just disappearing off. So what's going through your mind at that point? Is it just, come on, get past these guys, because I can go and catch him?
It's more of a case of just sit back and watch him go at the minute, innit, really? You just can't stop the guy. You know what I mean? As soon as I was sat in second, really just trying to gain as much time as possible, but failing at most points. Yeah, just stabilising really, just staying in. Had to be in the top 3. Simple as that. Well,
you are, and on that last lap, it looked like it was going to be 3rd place. It looked like you was pushing like mad for 2 or 3 laps to get that last place. First question I'll ask you though on that is, how tricky was it with the sun beginning to set?
Obviously you don't see as much of the track, and at some corners it just messes up the braking points. It's tough. It's tough for it wet like, but yeah, it's tough anyway.
Okay, so what did you say when you come around that last corner for the last time?
Am I allowed to say that?
It depends on if you sweared.
We'll bleep it out later, yeah. It's past watershed now.
It's been a long time fucking coming to be right. A long time coming.
Rob.
Well, very well done.
I could not be happier.
No, well done. Nice wrestling, great pace, mate. Great pace.
Okay, Live Bright. I think there's only one question that anyone really cares about. What happened?
How did it happen?
Bad qualifying, seriously bad qualifying. Got damage in the first lap, and that last corner, I don't know, I just hit that curve and it just didn't want to go straight into the barrier.
Well, when you watch it back,
we did say we just said, well, we're about to flick through to the drivers, thinking, well, this battle's over, and then literally it just went, didn't it? And I usually say that last curve, even though it's quite big, it's usually quite friendly. But it were
never done that before. Never done that before.
Yeah.
So
it should turn into a sausage curb.
So if you were to repeat what you said as that happened, would it all be bleeped out?
Yeah, I'm thinking it would. I think Shane heard me through the chat anyway, so he knew that
had come. Well, it was a great drive all the way up until. Well, even until that bit, it gave for an exciting end to the race between you two.
Yeah, well, I mean, it could get any turning in qualifying, to be honest, but it just wouldn't turn around the corners. Then come warm up, it was quick as fuck again. It was, sorry about that. It was quick as anything.
Yeah, it could just be could just be the centre of gravity with these cars. Maybe with a bit more fuel on board. Maybe the a bit lower to ground and maybe just have a bit more downforce, whereas you take the fuel out and you think, oh brilliant, you're going to be so nice through these corners, but then the car's not sucked to the floor.
Yeah, I'm so lucky to Beardy because I did cause an accident when I slammed on the brakes too hard so I didn't hit Dave, and Beardy went into the back of me causing his spin on the first lap, which I do apologise about.
Well, that's all you can really do. Okay, back to Hesselden then. I take it you got the title in your sights now, mate.
You've already bagged it, haven't you?
Hopefully. I'm not going to say anything yet, yeah. I'll give it till the points are secure, but yeah, hopefully.
Well, if you keep going the way you are doing, it's going to be difficult for any of the guys to beat you. And I don't want to have to come out of retirement to give it a go and get beat. So of course, someone going to have to take the race to Hesselden. But anyway, well done to Hesselden. First place here in Bathurst. GT Gavin 2 for second place, and I can imagine slightly frustrated Live Bright in third. Actually, one last comment from you guys. How surprised were you that 99% of the field got all the way through the sessions?
Unbelievable.
Extremely surprised.
Very surprised, but if that works what James did with starting the party first, maybe we should do it every week and try that every week.
Yeah, well,
I don't think it wouldn't have been anything to do with the party.
No, I think what it was, I think that before we even started, me and DP were having problems just setting up the lobby, and we were saying to the viewers that this might go completely Pete-tong, but yeah, maybe something with this update, or maybe with the network being down, maybe something's been put in place so that the connection issues we've been having, maybe they've gone away. Because I think we only lost one driver, which was Richie Davey.
Would hope so, wouldn't we?
So fingers crossed it keeps going this way and we don't have any more disconnections.
We'll have to see how it goes next week. Anyway, that's all from us this evening. Next up on the Front Row Racing YouTube channel will be on Wednesday for the F1 Front Row Racing World Championship Round 7 at Canada, where I am going to make sure that my race is recorded. And that'll be at 7:30 PM on Wednesday. And next up for the PCS League is Round 7 for 31 laps of the Donington National Circuit. That's one hell of a racetrack, and quite a few places for the drivers to end up off the track. So have a great rest of the weekend, everybody, and a great start to next week. We've been Front Row Racing, and we'll see you all again soon. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.